The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. A crowd of people had followed Jesus, and they all settled in an area where Jesus began to teach them many things. Among those was how to pray. Therefore, Jesus taught the Lord's Prayer, telling all those who were listening that this was how they were supposed to pray to God. Evidently, this prayer is a very old one in the Catholic Church and came directly from God. Jesus' Sermon on the Mount was later recorded in the Bible by his disciples who were there during the address. It can be found in Matthew chapter 6, verses 5 through 13. Our Father, who art in heaven. The prayer is begun by calling out to God in a close manner, Father. This is appropriate because through baptism we are children of God, followed by the recognition of his dwelling place and his divinity. Hallowed be thy name. By saying this, one sanctifies God and recognizes his value above all else. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. This is the recognition that real help for problems comes from God. It is a petition that the way of heaven be done on earth, which is of love and peace. Give us this day our daily bread. Of course, this is a petition for our daily needs. However, this also refers to the desire for having the presence of God in the Eucharist, a prayer to be in communion with Christ. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Jesus taught that if we were to forgive those who hurt us, then God would also forgive us. It is a simple give what has been given principle. Catholics believe that people are called to imitate Jesus and his teachings. One of his central lessons is mercy, from God to us and us to each other. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. This portion is asking God to protect us from any and all temptation or evil, physical or spiritual. Temptation can also mean trial, where we ask God to keep away any trial that would be too much for us. Amen. This word, derived from the Hebrew language, is used to finalize the prayer. It means, so be it, or let it be. Through this prayer, Jesus told the crowd that this was how they were supposed to pray. This does not mean that the Lord's Prayer is the only possible prayer, but that all prayers should show resemblance. To elaborate, the Lord's Prayer begins with glorifying God. It is an acknowledgement of who God is. The next part of the Lord's Prayer consists of petitions to God. When praying other prayers, the requests do not always have to be what is on the Lord's Prayer. It could be other needed things. Whenever praying, it is important to follow this format. First, acknowledging God, giving thanks, and then asking for what is needed. In many languages, a person can be addressed either formally or informally. In today's English, there is only one word for either way: you. Nonetheless, when people still spoke what is now called Old English, there was a way to make such a distinction. The word you was used formally, and the word thee was used informally. This shows a deep historical value to many prayers in the Catholic religion, where the use of Old English grammar is preserved. Additionally, this shows that God can truly be evoked with familiarity. This supports the Catholic teachings that God is not a foreign deity ruling over the earth distantly. God is divine, but he became man. He dwelt among us and loves each person individually. Catholicism is not a philosophy. It is a relationship.